the interesting thing, Belinda, is with 5 groups, and we've got 20 of the world's best pairs here tonight vying for gold, but what we also have is a competition within each group.
Well, the skaters in the first group to skate were placed between 17th and 20th in the short program, and it becomes their own competition even within each group, and each skater, each pair wants to be the top, the first in their own group. So the first pair up, the Azerbaijan, who are sitting in 19th, they want to climb to 17th place, and so the battle goes on within each group itself. Nobody likes to skate first because there's a slight pause at the end of the first skater while the judges average the mark. That only happens on the very first skater of each event. It's to have the judges starting on an even playing field, so to speak.
Inga Rodionova of Azerbaijan is only 17 years of age too, so I mean, also we're looking at the future of the sport, aren't we?
Well, most of the skaters in this group are fairly young and very inexperienced. When you look at their biographies, they've only been on national teams for 2 years. So, yeah, they've got a long way to go, but everyone has to start somewhere.
And Azerbaijan doesn't even have an ice rink. They've got to be in, well, they're based in Moscow.
Yeah, they are based in Moscow, and they train in Moscow. They were born in Moscow, so I think that this is one of the, I wouldn't say casualties of the breakup of the Soviet Union, but certainly very much a bonus for these sorts of countries.
The other question I think that can also be raised when we look at pair skating is how difficult it is to find a partner that is going to be suitable.
Well, probably, you know, at a very young age, you know, these girls are teenagers, they probably learn a lot about forming relationships because they're under stress, they're growing, their partners are growing, all sorts of physiological and emotional changes, and they're having to deal with partners that they, you know, often would have crushes on or learn to really dislike, or, you know, become a brother and sister relationship, and it's a very physical, very close relationship.
Which even makes the Carr-McGrath relationship all that more extraordinary. To be together in this situation for 22 years, longer than anyone else in the world, is really quite remarkable.
Well, Stephen's actually been in it for 22 and a half because
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Gave away 6 months.
Well, I always like to give your sister Christine a mention because she actually skated with Stephen too. So Stephen's had 2 partners and both of them his sisters. Yeah, watching the last of the warm-up here, they just start to wind down at the end and usually take the last minute before they get ready, particularly the skaters who are first to skate.
Which will be Inga Rodionova and Alexander Anichenko from Azerbaijan. And in fact, the ice is now being cleared for them. So this is the start of a very special night.
The little Japanese pair they'll get a terrific reception from the crowd. This is they're an entry because Japan is the host country, and I'm sure that little girl's very, very nervous.
So with Rodionova and Anichenko representing Azerbaijan, their free skating program to the 1812 Overture. Inga 17, Alexander age 22. It's
very powerful music for a new team. It'll be interesting to see if they can carry this music through to the finish. Split triple twist, and she did make it. And side-by-side triple toes. He's only done the double. She's just managed to get the triple done. We're finding all the pairs doing their very big tricks up front of the program before they get too tired. Hand-to-hand loop. Same lift that they showed in the short program. And that's the first throw jump that we've seen. Throw triple sow, done well. This is the first of the pair spins. In the free program, they must do 2 pair spins. And a spiral sequence. Although, I must say, Sandy, that's not my favourite move. And they're going to attempt, try, throw triple toe. But yeah, whoops, it's a double. That'll happen quite frequently through the night where they're intending to do the triple and they pop it to the double. Overhead lift. Small one-handed.
Belinda, when the judges are watching pairs, can they often just be watching one of the skaters and miss what the other has done?
All of us missed that with Stephen and Danielle the other night. He also did a double Sauka instead of the triple. We were all watching Danielle. Sergei missed it, I missed it.
Unison the key in pairs, and of course the Russians have been so strong in that department. It's been a feature of their pair skating for many, many years. But they'll be coming up a little bit later on tonight, as will Stephen and Danielle.
Yes, not long until they come on the ice. They'll be on the ice in the very next warm-up. Like the rest of Australia, we can't wait. Back outside death spiral. He's all the way down in the pivot. Often seen pairs like this team that look a little weak at this stage and come back in 2 years and almost blow the competition away. And they're certainly in a fantastic training environment in Moscow, so we'll see what happens to this pair.
Well, they've only been on the national team for 2 years.
Getting a little tired now, I think. It's a big ask. A long program is 4.5 minutes long. Need to be very fit. Double flip, turn into double loop. It's the required jump sequence. And the second death spiral. No, it's not going to be the death spiral. The second combination spin.
Opening the night, Inga Rodionova and Alexander Anichenko of Azerbaijan. 19th in the short program. And a good performance to open proceedings.
Well, you know, really, probably they really couldn't have skated a whole lot better. They did the throw triple Sauka. They did open up with a split triple twist. It's the pair quality in this team that is that's missing at this point. As they're taking the bows, the next skaters will be coming on to start a sort of small mini warm-up.
But all they need, I mean, experience is the thing that's missing, isn't it?
Here's the triple toe. Watch the boy. Only 2 revolutions, and she's actually 2-footed hers at the same time.
ISU regulations. The marks will be announced following this
and
procedure.
The lasso lift. And to a one-handed position. Very quickly. And away.
Both coached by Vladimir Zakharov.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, they really don't train. You know, their biographies are saying that they train only 12 hours a week in the winter, which is probably almost a third of...
Yeah, what most are doing. Most are sort of a minimum of 25 to 30.
Yeah, so I think that shows. I mean, you don't know what sort of study commitments that they have, and they may extend that as time goes on.
So their weight now begins in the kiss and cry area. And the mixed zone just behind it for the results to come up.
Well, I don't think they look like they're crying. Yes, he looks, they're quite happy. it's tough to skate first, and nobody likes to. And as I said before, we have a very small weight while the judges average the mark, and the referee will let the judge know, each judge know what the highest and lowest is. There's our first mark for technical merit. It's a high of 4.6 and a low of 4.3.
Technical merit.
Ukraine also with a 4.6. I think that's around about the right sort of marks, Sandy.
4.6.
Our Australian 4.4. That's Don McKnight from Queensland.
I'm going to be watching the Canadian judge tonight because I agreed with the Canadian judge in the short program. And of course, all first places, it's a majority system, absolute majority, and at the moment they have an absolute majority.
And of course, being first out, I mean, the judges are going to take their time. They're going to have a good look and start perhaps a little lower and gradually build.
Well, what they need to do is give themselves a good range so they don't get stuck.
Set themselves a target and a balance. Leaves on the ice now from France. Sabrina Lefrancois and Nicolas Osseland. Pretty exciting, the French, and they're a very young couple too, just 17 and 19. Be dancing and skating to the music of Puccini.
This young team learned from the wife of the national coach. Anik is very experienced. Oh, beautiful split triple twist. Oh, nearly. Side by side double axel. And she's made it. Overhead. This team is sitting in 17th place, so basically the winner of this group, that's not a position they'd want to lose. And into their backward outside death spiral.
In the free program, Belinda, how do the judges look at those falls and how harsh are they?
Unlike the short program, there's actually no deduction for a fall, but the mark will be reflected in the presentation for lack of unison.
Yep.
What a lift. That was terrific. See if this test spiral works a little better. Forward inside. Pair combination spin to finish. It's a pair sit.
Interesting finish for Sabrina Lefrancois and Nicolas Osseland representing France. Actually, the French do have some depth. They finished their short program in 17th, but Sylvain Bernadis and Sarah Abitbol are currently placed in 7th position. We'll be seeing them a little bit later on in the program.
Well, this pair tonight, Sandy, actually made, you know, a lot of mistakes, but I think they're very good. They have very good throw jumps, a very good throw triple loop that she didn't just quite get tonight, but it showed so much promise. Flew across the rink. Here it is, as I speak.
Loop.
1, 2, 3. Almost there, running edge, and just not enough experience to push the leg through. She was right on the landing too. And the star lift. To lateral position, one hand, and a flip out. Very popular with the audience, that one.
We noticed in the short program, Belinda, the judges at times appeared to take an extraordinary amount of time in coming to a decision. Is this program a little quicker?
I think that there is less adding up and deducting going on in the free program, so it is faster,
well, they've
as we
taken
just
very
seen.
little time for Lefrancois and Osseland there.
Yes, the marks are a little closer than I would have thought to the team before them. A lower 4.3 from the Ukraine and a higher 4.7 from Canada, and even a couple of second places from the Australian and the Ukraine, but definitely leading the way over the previous skaters so far.
There's going to be a roar in this rink in a moment. Japanese pair are about to make their way onto the ice. Here they come. Shin Amano.
On the ice, representing Japan, and
Marie Ari. Just 16 years of age, Marie. And the music for their free program is La Bayadere by Leon Minkus. Really is a marvellous moment for them. They've only been skating for a very, very short time, and well, it's thanks to the Japanese Federation that they're here, really, isn't it?
Yeah, basically a team put together to be able to represent in front of their own home crowd, which is a big show of support for the Japanese Federation, I think.
And I think if they're good enough to compete on an international level,
so
then they should be here.
It's a star lift. And the crowd are happy.
Shin has plenty of experience. He has been the national champion, in fact was the national champion in 1995.
Actually placed 28th at the World Championships.
One of Yokohama's favourite sons.
Into the slow section. We have the spins and the spirals here. Sandy, they're going for the triples, side-by-side triples, and they're going for the throw triple jumps. And that's what Olympic competition's about. They're not playing safe, and they could have. Forward inside death spiral.
She might have some of her school fans here in the audience. She attends Tohoku High School. And if she continues in the sport, she could well be a force in the years to come.
They spent a lot of time training with Paul Martini, who was 1984 world champion, with partner Barbara Underhill, to get some of these moves up and going for this event, and the program was choreographed by Tollett Cranston. So throw double axel there again, and again you have to hand it to her, she could have done a single. She looks a bit more relaxed now. Maybe all of the hard tricks for her are done.
Oops.
Oh, why did I say that?
Too soon.
Good double flips. Turn double toe.
She's enjoying that now.
Well, I think it's all singles elements after that last lift was over. They're all things she could do by herself. Good job. Overhead lift. And back outside death spiral.
Oh. Well, a very good effort.
Skate.
Just a disappointing way to finish. She'd be a little upset with that, but well done.
Yeah, it is a brave skate.
Just 16 and 24 years of age, respectively. And the crowd being very, very generous with their applause and throwing the flowers onto the rink by the dozens. Well, let's hope that comes the way of Stephen and Danielle, because they're going to be skating for their lives and for Australia in a few minutes' time, and you'll see it right here on 7. They're in the next group. First up in the next group, we have one more pair in group number 1.
And what we'll see too, Sandy, is as each group goes by, which is such a it's wonderful for everyone at home to see the whole event, because you'll see the escalation of the standard and
talent.
The speed and the talent as we go through. Basically after this first group, there's so little to pick from.
Well, I mean, this is a program tonight where you're going to have to wait till the absolute final pair until you know who is going to win the gold medal.
And it will be worth it.
Yeah, my word, it will.
Absolutely.
So, just settle back and relax, enjoy yourselves, and stick with us here on 7. This is going to be a wonderful night's entertainment.
It's I think she's
it's an emotional time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the cry area.
That's why it's called the kiss and cry area.
Yeah. But I think she's probably relieved that it's all over. Yeah, we see the marks into the threes a little, because that's about what it should receive, and of course the judges are making room for everything that they need to do.
3-7, 4-2, 3-8.
First mark is for technical merit. The first is for artistic impression, which is how you do it and what you do.
Thank you.
Well, there'll be plenty of improvement for them in the years to come. complete this first group.
Representing
They finished 18th in the short program from Armenia, Maria Kreltseva and Alexander Chestnikh. Their music by Edvard Grieg is the Peer Gynt Suite.
And I like that music very much.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
Let's hope that Stephen and Danielle enjoy it, because they'll be out the back preparing themselves and getting ready to come on the ice, and we'll be with them.
Split double twist. Be interesting to see how this girl goes in the throws. She's had some trouble with them in the practices, so watch for the throw jumps.
Alexander was a very competent singles performer before teaming up with Maria. Finished 10th in the national championships in 94, 17th in 95, and then the team was born.
I think that was going to be side-by-side triple toe. He did a lovely triple toe, and Maria did a double. Here's the throw.
Oh.
I'd call that trouble.
With a capital T, I'm afraid.
This is a team that was born in Moscow and trains in Moscow and skates for Armenia.
Also under Vladimir Zakharov.
Yes, that's the Azerbaijan team and the Armenian team.
I think the other credit they've got to be given, Belinda, it must be so hard, especially for a young person like that, when you get a setback, to keep going at such a high level and to continue on.
Well, skating is a very high-skilled technical sport, so you don't have many days where it's absolutely perfect all the time, and you do get a little bit used to having a spill and getting up and going on. This is the required spiral sequence and or field moves, as they say in the rule book. And the second throw double loop, scratchy on the landing, single loop. This is where, Sandy, if you compared them to the Japanese team, the little Japanese kids kept
trying. Did a remarkable job, yes.
Yeah,
remarkably
kept going for it. Overhead. Actually, that's a very good death spiral. See the team starting footwork here. We're going to do circular footwork. Quick change into the back camel spin. It's a good jump. done of the pair combination spin. I think that's the end, Sandy.
Well, it's going to be very interesting to see how the judges compare that to the performance of the Japanese. But that is Maria Krasneltseva and Alexander Chestnikh of Armenia, 18th after the short program.
For my money, I think I preferred the skaters who started out the event, who were sitting in 19th place. I think that perhaps they might actually climb one place. And here they are bowing to the audience, and I think that they probably have a lot of work to do on their conditioning. And this is the star lift. Their lifts go up very, very quickly.
While we're looking at that, don't forget, coming up shortly will be Daniel and Stephen representing Australia. Our national champions, 17 times they've been Australian champions. This is their 3rd Olympic Games.
I can see them down there, ready to get on, Sandy. And that was the split jump into the double flip. That gave Maria so much trouble then.
But remember, this young lady is just 16 years of age.
The marks for Krasneltseva
And here come the marks.
Technical merit.
Firstly for technical merit, varying between 4.1, 4.1 and 4.4.
4.1, 4.3, 4.2.
And again, I would say that that's probably about what range that they ought to be in.
Presentation. 4.2.
And the presentation mark is actually up from 2 of the judges, and I would have assumed that it would have been about the same or lower. The Ukraine and the Chinese judge have thought that their presentation was better than the technical. Well, I think they did indeed end up...
3rd place.
Yep,
behind Le Francois and Osseland, the French pair, and Rodionova and Anichenko. So that now leaves the door open for the Australian. But now we come to a special time for this Australian pair. And we should bear in mind that they are going to be... They're in a very good position, aren't they? 4th up in the 2nd group. They couldn't have asked for a better spot.
Well, I've just got a very big smile on my face now because...
I know, it's like the cat that swallowed the cream. What have you been watching them doing in warm-up?
I just landed a fabulous throw triple toe, so that'll make her feel really relaxed. And so now she's going to the singles jumps, warming up a singles jumps to warm up that triple salchow. So we're all with you, Danielle. It's very difficult in the warm-up to get a real picture of how the skaters are going to skate, but from what I see in the warm-up here, they're doing everything that they'd want to be doing at this point and taking their time, and they seem to be relaxed.
I was going to say, can you tell just by looking at them, facial expressions, for example? I mean, looking down at Danielle, she looks sharp, she looks excited, and she looks keen.
Well, and she had a little smile there too after she did the throw double toe, so that let me know that the next one she's going to do was going to work, because she knew it, and it did indeed do that. The Ukraine team are very fast, we see in this group. It's a whole different class of skaters in this group, and we're going to have, some real skating to enjoy, I think. First up are the Czech pair. There's Stephen and Daniela looking composed, I think, and relaxed, and she'll be wanting to just focus on what's important for each of these events.
Does the weight worry either of them?
What weight?
The weight to perform.
Oh, that kind of weight. The only thing about the weight that probably bothers me is that the ice will be fairly cut up by then.
That's right, being 4th.
Yeah, but the later that you skate, the better. And Stephen tends to feel a bit nauseous in that time, and he'll go off and he'll play a Game Boy or one of those sorts of things, and Daniel will go and find someone to chat to.
Hates a chat?
Oh, hates a chat. So they're best to keep themselves occupied. Stephen will take his skates off and go for a walk around, and at that point he tends to probably get a little bit more stressed about it than she does. But everybody has their own separate way of dealing with it.
And chatting to him, he says, and friends have said, including his wife Bronwyn, who is here tonight, that his real worry time, nauseous, I think the word is you use, sick is probably another word you could use, is when he hears the name. and now onto the ice, Stephen Carr.
It's the worst. It is the worst time. There is no going back at that point. And you certainly think of other places you could be. But then the music starts and you're very involved. And if you do care about your music and you want to put it across a good artistic performance, you should care about your music.
Well, they're coming up fourth in this group. And we're about to open with the first pair number 5, but the first in group number 2 from the Czech Republic. Katerina Barankova and Otto Dlabola, and free skating to the Warsaw Concerto.
Well, they're sitting just one place above Stephen and Danielle at the moment, and I guess that this is a team that Stephen and Danielle will want to overtake. I think that they've got some very good elements, and at the moment now it's going to have to be the skating telling the story.
Yes, 14th after the short program. Stephen and Danielle in 15th, but they were, well, so many of them bunched together so close.
Twist, and that was a good twist. Opening throw didn't work as well as that, but it was very good. Double axel. One-handed.
Despite their ages of 20 and 24, they've only been in the national team for 1 year.
Different class of skating already, Sandy, from the first group.
It's certainly gone up a notch.
Spiral sequence, straight into throw double axel, single.
And also, I mean, they're not great trainers. They're averaging about 21 hours a week, which compared to some, it's probably only half.
Yes, I think they should probably be doing a little bit more. I think that they have the ability and the talent. Good unison. Double toe, turn into the double flip, I think they're skating a fairly conservative program with outside that very first mistake with the throw triple salchow, no mistakes here, glitch there as soon as I say it.
They've both had interesting pasts. Otto has competed internationally with another partner, and in the meantime Katerina has competed internationally in singles. In fact, she was competing in singles from 1991, so she's certainly got some experience on the ice.
Hand-to-hand loop. I like this position. I think she extends it really well right through to the finish, right out. Gearing up for a big finish, I think. Double flip. is flexible. And footwork near the end. One-step sequence required.
Katerina Berenkova and Otto Dlabola of the Czech Republic, 14th after the short program, and a pair that are going to be going nip and tuck with our own Stephen Carr and Daniel McGrath. They're in this group,
yeah,
and now just 3 away.
They're a nice pair, but I think we've got an agenda here at this point. The skating now, I thought, by this team was relatively conservative in that they didn't go after the throw double axel, and she went down on the other throw, so probably in that area they're a little bit weak, although I do think that this is a skater who points at toes and extends, and they're trying to use the music. Here's the back inside death spiral all the way down. You can see how nice the position is in slow motion. The edge was running. This is the double toe, and I would have thought they would have gone after the triple there, but only the double, and the double flip. And that was nicely done.
Our leaders at the moment.
And here come the marks. See, already you can see with the new group, it's a whole different set of marks to talk about.
They are our leaders at the moment, Berenkova and Dlabola.
And this is a good, between 0.2 to 0.4 higher than the previous group. And I'd be expecting, hopefully, that Stephen and Daniel could get a little higher than that.
5 from the Czech judge.
Well,
surprising.
Very surprising. But at this point, there's no question that they were better than the 4 in the previous group. It's a matter of who comes after them and how the judges go, where you'd want to watch what the Czech judge was doing at that point. So all in all, not a bad performance from the Czech pair.
Dlabola and Berenkova. Daniel McGrath and Stephen Carr still wait. They're coming up soon. You'll see them here on 7. They're group number 8. This is pairing number 6. Marina Kalterina and Andrei Krukov from Kazakhstan, skating to the music of Swing Kids and Love Story.
A lot of jumps first up, and all done well. twist. Oh, good triple. Be a popular lift.
What an enthusiastic performance from Marina Kalturina and Andrei Krukov. And the Japanese crowds, normally rather reserved, has certainly got involved with that. That's great to see.
This team is sitting one behind Stephen and Danielle at this point, and probably...
And they're going to make it tough.
They're going to make it tough, but the throw jumps were all mostly two-footed. We'll see the opening triple salcho now, and definitely two-footed. And the same thing happened on a throw jump as well. So it's a good performance by them and an exciting performance. And this is a lift that they're very comfortable doing, and I think she does it very well. Toes pointed in the air.
Both born in Kazakhstan, but now living in America.
Yes, training in Vale, I think.
Sergei Kotovin. They have a pretty hectic week, training almost 40 hours a week.
Which is about the sort of training time that you need at this level. I think this team probably would be better suited to music that was a little bit more classical in nature, but use that kind of jazzy feel with that sort of a music. And as time goes on, every team finds their own natural style.
Gee, it must be a feeling of relief sitting there now too, mustn't it?
Oh, complete.
And there are the marks ranging from 4.6
4.8, 4.9
up to 5.0.
4.6, 5.0, 5.0, 4.9, and 4.9.
And I think the crowd's saying, well, hang on, that should have been a little bit more. Let's check for presentation. And again, varying from 4.6 to 5.1.
4.9, 4.9, 5.0, 4.9, and 4.7. Thank you. On the ice, representing Ukraine, Evgenia Filonenko and Igor Marchenko.
7番、エフゲニア・フィロネンコ、イーゴリ・マルシェンコ組、ウクライナ。
Evgenia Filonenko and Igor Marchenko of the Ukraine. To the music of Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen and We Are the Champions. Of course, also by the late Freddie Mercury, who headed up Queen.
Opening with strong triple toes. Huge throw triple loop. I think they're having a personal best performance. Everything is working for this team. Lasso entry. Beautiful. Into the double toe.
Fine performance from Evgenia Filonenko and Igor Marchenko of the Ukraine. And hard to pick too many faults with that, Belinda.
Well, Igor just 2 foot at the opening triple toe, and outside that there is nothing to complain about. They are so fast and so strong. And I think this team will be hard to beat by not just Stephen and Danielle, but probably quite a few places above this team. They'll do wonderfully. A lot of flowers coming onto the ice for this team. Stephen and Danielle to come through. Again, fantastic. There's that triple toe. He's just two-footing it, and here comes the throw triple loop. This is fantastic. So tight, so quick. A beautiful landing. This will get well into the fives. Well, she's skating like a veteran. And they're so happy. This is not the cry area for them.
She's just been presented with a doll. In fact, that was one lying on the ice. Someone threw it over, so...
Well,
she's delighted with that.
I wonder if she'll need a passport when she leaves Japan.
Here are the scores, as you mentioned, into the fives, varying from 5-1 to 5-3.
And well deserved.
On the technical side. We'll check on presentation at the moment. They and their blow-up doll are all delighted. Again, ranging from 5 to 5.4.
5-0, 5-2, 5-3.
For Filonenko and Marchenko. So now that opens the door for the Australian pair. This is a very special moment for them. This is their third Olympic Games. They've been the national champions for 17 times. Daniel McGrath and Stephen Carr. They won their first national title. Danielle was just 8 years of age and Stephen was 12. We wish them well in their free program.
Try the triple sail. Here comes this triple toe. Do it. Yes, she did it. Throw triple toe. Second throw. Come on. Well done. Beautiful reverse star. fabulous performance, I think. Throw triple toe.
What an outstanding performance by Danielle McGrath and Stephen Carr, the brother-sister act. And they give us a wave. Fantastic. In 1992 at Albertville, they finished 13th. In 94 at Lillehammer, they finished 11th. After the short program here, they were in 15th place. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can lift on that.
The only disappointment for them will probably be that double axel, but here comes this throw triple toe. First time she's done it in competition, and first time she's landed it. Watch the foot stays off the ice. Big effort, big effort. And here comes this double axel, just a little too far around on that takeoff, I think, and just a little slow getting the foot back. But that's a beautiful program choreographed by Tom Dixon.
There's Sergei.
Yeah.
His rap.
Yeah. I think it was strong from start to finish, and the unison was very good from start to finish, and they stayed close through this whole program. It's a piece of music I particularly like to listen to, and I think the choreography is mature, and I think it's elegant. And here we go again with this up and down for the marks.
Well, that's interesting, because that's ranging from 4.6 to 5 clear, and that was 5 from the Czech judge. Australian giving 4.9, that being Don McKnight.
Well, interestingly, Sandy, the judges have been all in agreement with everything until Stephen and Danielle, but sitting in second place so far, so they've already pulled up. I think that's a fantastic final Olympic performance, something to really be proud of.
Oh, my word. Following on from Albertville and Lillehammer, as you said, they're in second spot behind Filonenko and Marchenko.
As you would expect.
Ukraine. Yeah, for sure. There you can see the placings as they stand at the moment, that being the end of the second group. So their feelings now, I guess there must be mixed emotions for Danielle and Stephen.
Oh, did you see when she finished, when she turned around and gave the bows to the audience? A special kiss went out. She held it. I think that was all to Frank. He's not feeling too well tonight.
No, her husband Frank flew over, and he's laid low with the flu. In fact, he's going to be leaving White Ring almost immediately to head home, and so the ice skater, his wife, is now going to become a nurse. Let's go down to the mixed zone area, because they are with Neil Brooks. Brooksy.
Yeah, good on you, Sandy. I have them with you. Look, Danielle has been trying to say hello to everybody back at home. Now you can do it for real. Go for your life.
I can't remember everyone now.
At least your mum and dad.
No, mum and dad, they're great, and Chris and Danny, and Lisa and Carmel, and Steve and Tim, and Susan.
We can't tell who does all the talking. Now, let's take care of business. Fantastic routine. You couldn't have done much better. The triple toe, terrific.
Yeah, I was really pleased with that. It's the first time I've done it in competition. It was a little scratchy on the landing, but, you know, I stood up on one foot and I nailed it, so I was really pleased.
Yeah, I think same thing. It was a very worked program, and a little scratchy bits here and there, but generally we fought tooth and nail for everything, and, you know, she rotated everything, so I'm really happy.
Did it get any easier being the third Olympics, sorry, Steve?
No, I think this one's been our hardest, actually, because we put expectations on ourselves. On the first one, we had no expectations. We're going there to just do what we could do, the best we could do. And here we've
set pretty high goals for us individually.
And what about the left ankle? I know you've been having a few problems with tendonitis. Did you feel anything out there tonight?
In the short program, it wasn't sore at all. Tonight, in the warm-up, I could feel it was a little tender. But once I started skating, I just forgot all about it, and you don't really notice it.
The adrenaline carries you through, so.
And you've got the world champs in a month?
Yeah, 1 month. So we're going to have a little break for the rest of this week.
I think we'll be better there.
And then, yeah, we've got a week to get everything
I think.
together.
Yeah.
Once again, you've made Australia very, very proud. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks
very
a lot.
much.
Sure you haven't thought of anyone else you want to say hello to or goodbye to?
I'm going to get in trouble for it.
Steve, do you want a word, mate?
No. Oh, Ray and Shirley. I have to say hi to Ray and Shirley. I forgot. I have to say, they're really important to me.
She's the one that talks.
We'd like to say hello to everybody in Australia. We'll be back here in Japan with more from the figure skating right after this break.
Canada, Christy Sargeant and Chris Wirtz.
9番クリスティ・サージェント、クリス・ワーツ組、カナダ。
They're good friends of Stephen and Danielle. And it's Christy Sargeant and Chris Wirtz. Christy fell on the triple toe in the short program. They finished in 11th place. Here they are, skating to the Piano Concerto #1.
Opening with the triple toe. Trouble at the end of the twist. Fabulous. Throw triple sail. Piece, the program choreographed by Marina Zueva, who did all the choreography for Grinkov and Gordieva.
Can't get much closer to the judges than that.
Double axles just made by Christy. Double toe. Throw double axle. Too big. Death spiral, very low.
It's the Canadian pair of Christy Sargeant and Chris Wirtz, who will incidentally be marrying in May. of this year.
He's the gourmet cook, remember?
Oh, yes, he's the major bonus, isn't he, to Christie?
3 major flaws in this performance, which should open the door. Here's one. The throw double axel, it was too high. She couldn't control it, and down. And also the split triple twist was a problem. Here's a death spiral at the end, which I actually thought was a very good element. Her head goes very close to his foot. The split triple twist didn't completely rotate, and also Christie did a double toe at the beginning of the program instead of the triple. So for them, that's 3 major problems. Very good throw triple sow and very good lift in the program.
Chris is an Olympic veteran. He skated with Sherry Ball in Albertville back in 1992, but has now found Christie, as I said, marrying in May. And it's taken them a long time, but they've at last this year won a national title, so maybe they can go on from that.
Well, I don't know how much they're considering continuing on. I think that they have the ability to, but it's...
She's only 24.
Yes, I know. I think there's no reason why she couldn't keep going another 4 years. A performance like that, I know that she would be disappointed with tonight's skate.
And here come the marks, and that is going to put them just in front of McGrath and Carr, and you're shaking your head.
I think when there's three major complications in the program like that, and it's a and it's across the board too. No, it's not a result I agree with, to tell you the truth. I think that they have speed, but I prefer the choreography and the presentation of Stephen and Danielle's program. That's not just a bias.
So that brings to the ice now a German combination who finished 9th in the short program.
Representing Germany,
Mirko Müller
Peggy Schwarz and Mirko Müller.
Peggy Schwarz, both from Berlin, free skating to the music Taj Mahal, performed by Ken Kugler at his orchestra.
This is one fabulous choreography.
That work done by Dana Goolsby.
Fantastic split triple. And triple toes. Upside down lift. really showing the strength of their unison here. I think they are the best spinners in the event, and that's the hardest one to do.
What a performance, almost essential performance, but quite spectacular. From Peggy Schwarz, who's married to Heiko, who's a football player in Germany. They have a 3-year-old son. And Mirko Müller, now with his third partner, but that's a wonderful performance.
I love this program. I think it is so well done, and they have so much emotion in it. Often show silly mistakes, but tonight, wonderful program. Throw triple Salchow. Very tight feet. Beautiful running edge. Peggy only does a single axel here. This is the only error in the program, and even an axel isn't an error. Into the double Salchow for the jump sequence. And watch these spins.
Yes, if Stephen and Danielle are looking to rise in position, then I'm certain that these two are and probably will after that performance. Very, very exciting from Mirko and Peggy.
Yes, I'd have that firmly in first place once the judges get going. I thought it was excellent performance.
The applause you can hear in the background is the Canadian supporters here, because they've got another pair coming up shortly, who they themselves are a fascinating story, but we'll wait for these scores first.
Peggy's had a very up and down career in her pair skating with 3 different partners, but I think that this is definitely an up. Should be very happy with it. Judges can't be thinking too hard where to put this team.
And yes, that will certainly lift them into top spot at the moment. With a top of 5-4 from a technical viewpoint, down to 5-2, but very consistent there. Whilst for presentation,
all up.
Look at that, all 5-4s basically.
Yes, and all up on the technical mark too. So I'm really pleased that
just the Australian on 5-2. Don from Queensland.
I think he's a traditionalist.
Don McKnight we're talking about, but now let's talk about this Canadian pair. Marie-Claude Savagagnon and Luc Bradet from Canada. They were 12th after the short program, and they're a wonderful story because they've been together, virtually neighbours as young children, skated together, then separated. Then the town got behind them to raise money to get them going again. Let's see what they can do as they skate to the soundtrack of Gone with the Wind.
With a big split triple twist. Beautiful throw, triple sow.
That is a double cheek combination.
I was waiting for that. Back inside death spiral. Double act, or single axle. Big problem at that point. And again another one. Obviously something's very wrong at this point. Unable to continue with the star lift. And going over to the judges.
And the crowd sensing there is a major problem. That's bitter disappointment for Marie-Claude Savard-Gagnon and Luke Bradet.
They got courage. They're going to pick it up.
They're going to have a crack at finishing it. Only just halfway through the program. Now this crowd really getting behind them.
Go after a throw toe and a triple and a big one.
They're loving it now.
I think that was a walkabout of major proportions. Death spiral to finish the program.
Well, what did happen? That is the question.
Well, I'm sure I don't really know, Sandy. I think they're intending to do that jump sequence, and the second jump after the axle never happened, and maybe just a huge mental blank. Paul Martini, their coach, who's actually in commentary position for Canadian broadcasters, will be somewhat mystified, and Mary Jane Stong, who's looking after them for Paul, I'm sure will be really supportive. That's the sort of coach that she is.
They've been together a long time. They've been on the national team since 1989.
Here's this triple toe. after the walkabout where she just nailed it. What a way to come back. What a way to come back.
But obviously very, very distressed. And they both are, which is bitter disappointment. So
one of those things that...
Sadly, there's not a thing that can be done. They can only receive the encouragement from their coach and choreographer and the crowd.
Certainly got behind them towards the end of it. Luke Bradet is obviously
so
distressed.
Yeah.
And they're still good friends. Well, the judges won't quite know what to do with that. There was obviously a very big disruption in the harmonious composition of the program, which really affects the presentation mark. And they would have been hoping for such big things here. Well, they're holding it together and sitting it right out there to the end, so good on them.
And the judges are taking some considerable time, so they are obviously pondering what to do as we build down towards the golden times, gold, silver and bronze, with 2 groups remaining and still 1 pair in this group. But we're heading towards the big names, the Russians, the Germans, or will it be the American pair?
Oh, it's a very exciting event. Well, as we've seen already, there's some ups and downs, and now that we're into the better skaters.
Going to be a big finish, and you're going to have a fairly late night at home, but don't worry about that. You'll enjoy it. And this is indeed a long, long wait. I'm trying to gauge from just looking at some of the judges who are sitting down there on their electric blankets.
Yes, we've got a bird's eye view. We can almost look right over their shoulders, can't we, Sandy?
Don's doing some more rubbing out. He's done some more.
You're quite right.
He has. Well, that's extraordinary.
Oh, please, give them the marks.
Well, here they come now.
Technical merit. 4-3, 4-7, 4-7.
Do they surprise you?
4-4.
Oh, I think they're actually very generous.
Yes, I agree.
4-6.
That's why I asked if they surprise you.
And 4-6.
But what's important to remember about the marks themselves is it's the place that the judges put them in after the mark, because the results worked out on the majority of the judges' places.
4-0, 4-9,
and without wishing to take anything away from them at all, because it's bitterly disappointing for them, when what it is going to do is probably lift Stephen and Danielle up another rung, up to 13th spot. But more on that as the night unfolds. We continue on now. Here's a pair who are known for their spectacular lifts. We'll see what they can do. They were 10th after the short program. Dorota Zagórska and Maria Siudek of Poland, skating to the music of Dr. Zhivago.
What a cracker. Throw double axel, it's huge. Star, reverse star, flip out. That's what's known in the business as a waxel. A lasso lift, step through. The crowd pleasing finish. Spectacular lift, the Polish pair, one-handed.
So there they are, Dorota Zagórska and Maria Siudek of Poland, who've made gradual improvements in recent years in World Championships. Back in '95, they were 16th, moved up to 13th, and last year up to 8th.
I don't think that that's a position they're probably going to repeat here.
No, it's going to be tough after that performance.
Yes. They're what I call a trick team. They've got some tricks that are absolutely first rate. But I don't think that the choreography and the line and the elegance of the pair as a whole is there. So the overall package for me isn't there. But this opening move, the split triple twist, is fabulous. Yeah, I think that if they worked on the packaging a little better, this is the triple toe that she missed. And not a very elegant recovery, and I think that that was probably the tone of the program.
Yes, 22-year-old Dorota, somewhat emotional after the performance. Marius is 25 years of age, been on the national team now for 10 years, so he's certainly got plenty of experience. He's been on it for 5.
This will be another team that's difficult to mark because you do have those big tricks.
Yeah, and it's in that middle range, isn't it? And the judges have got to decide which way to waver.
I know where I'd have them.
Underneath Danielle and Stephen.
Absolutely. I just think you want to have the whole package of a performance, sure. And they're faster than Stephen and Danielle. Their split twists are better. Well,
it's interesting because this could take Stephen and Danielle even up to top 12.
Which is where they belong.
Spoken by a former coach of Stephen and Danielle.
I do think that. I think that you do want to have an overall package and not just concentrate on one aspect. I think when we see the last 4, they're all packages. They're just different packages.
Oh, yes. Look, there's, well, they've done pretty well. And we'll have a look at the scores as they come through now, but ranging from 4-9 to 5-3. But it is going to put them certainly in front of Danielle and Stephen.
Well, what I'm most surprised about, I think, is the presentation marks.
Well, they will stand, and at the moment that leaves them 3 places in front of Danielle and Stephen. There are 8 pairs left, and one thing I can tell you for sure, the gold medalist is amongst them, and you'll see it on 7.
And we've got previous world champions in this group and US champions, the French champions. It's really an event.
Have you been able to judge anything by the scoring that you've seen so far tonight? Can you detect any sort of a mood in the judges?
Big tricks are winning. Big tricks
and
are
they're
winning.
tough on the Aussies.
No, it's not a matter of that. I think sometimes you have sensitive panel of judges that are going, looking at the whole package and looking at choreography and the feeling of the program as a whole. And I think that may be a factor for the top 4. But I think up to this point that if you're getting, the big spectacular lifts and twists done with speed, you're in.
Okay, then, well, the warm-up procedure is still carrying on here at White Ring for this group number 4. Which includes the Americans, Todd Sand and Jenny Meno. They are the Americans' great hope of carrying on a tradition.
With their teammates too, with Ina and Dungjen in the next group, so they're well represented. Be interesting to see Sarah Abitbol and Stefan Bernadis's program tonight too.
Yes, the French couple who finished the short program in 7th place.
So we'll, and of course Eltsova and Bushkov, who must be very disappointed to be in this group at all, having been world champions just in 1996.
I wonder what Artur Dmitriev is thinking at the moment. Already a gold medalist, a silver medalist, and a chance in the next hour of winning a 2nd gold. It would really, he really would carve his name into history, wouldn't he?
Well, he certainly will. I mean, even if he wins
He's
the
done
bronze,
that already. He's done it already.
Yeah, even if he wins the bronze over box set.
Yeah, gold, silver, bronze. But all that lies ahead. And if you may have just joined us, we can tell you that Danielle McGrath and Stephen Carr skated their hearts out, didn't they?
Well, like they do, they always put in their very best performance and pull out the best that they can do for the big events.
So the ice is being cleared. We are now commencing group number 4. 8 pairs remaining. And first up will be Zhu Zhen and Hongbao Zhao from the People's Republic of China. And they finished 8th in the short program. That's the position they're sitting at the moment.
Traditionally always done better in the long program and pulled up in the free programs too. So another big trick pair.
Let's see what they can do to the music of Mount Olympus. After a clean short program, it's been a good week for them. Zhu Zhen, Hongbao Zhao.
Lateral split triple twist. Side by side triple toes.
Spectacular start.
Good trick pair.
You mean huge.
good entry. Throw triple sow. So big. Very unusual forward outside death spiral. Just a bit good.
That is a spectacular display from Zhu Zhen and Hongbao Zhao of the People's Republic of China. She's just 19 years of age. He's 24. Two students who've been on the national team for 5 years, but that's an outstanding performance.
Their tricks were very good. This throw triple loop is the biggest throw triple loop I have ever seen. So impressive. You could give them a very high mark for technical merit and they would deserve it. Very unusual entry and a very unusual finish.
Well, they attribute...
I'd say she has zero fear to go for throws at that size and so confidently. They were touted as a bronze medal chance and they may come close to that position just for the free skate.
It's interesting, they don't train a lot. They said that they train probably 18 hours a week, which is not a lot, is it?
Well, that may be 18 hours on the ice. I mean,
Well,
you don't know what they're saying.
True. And look at this. Look at this. They have rocketed to the top, and
for a very good reason.
they're going to shake a few houses before the night is over. Very, very good scoring. Minimum of 5.6, maximum 5.7, whilst for presentation 5.4 to 5.6.
Be expected that the presentation mark is down a little. There's still small unison problems. It's not up to the standard of the technical. May never be. It's very extreme.
On the ice, representing
now,
the USA.
The first of the American pairs. Representing the US, Jenny Meno and Todd Sand. Todd, who had that slight problem in the short program when he put his hand down. Let's see what they can do in the free program. Skating to Puccini's Nessendorma. They were married back in 1995, and this is a special moment for them.
Having problem. To a beautiful flying camel. Such good unison here. Triple sail. Sequence of jumps really well. Big throw double axel coming up. Single. All kinds of small problems for Todd and Jenny tonight. Upside down lift. Todd's struggling tonight with these lifts.
hammer in 1994, but it's going to be very tough to beat that tonight.
It's a beautiful team who have had it probably a devastating night for them. Todd and Jenny have been wonderful pair skaters, and they'll be very unhappy with this performance. Starting with the triple toe at the beginning of the program.
Farewell Olympic appearance. With Todd now 34, and I think the Americans have been looking for some sentimental favourites. We go back to what, Ty Babylonia and Randy Gardner back in '79 when they won a world championship.
Yes, and then there was the big drama of their withdrawal from the Lake Placid Olympics. I think put Dick Button on the map at that time.
Good old Dick.
Here's the last lift that they did. This came perilously close to the ice. I think Todd was having trouble keeping that lift flowing. And there they are with their long-time coach, John Nix.
All right.
And sometimes those nightmare skates happen. You just don't want them at the Olympic Games. Still, being Americans, they'll have a very successful pro career in front of them. They're big favourites with the American crowds, and I'm sure that will continue.
How lucrative is that in America, Belinda?
Thank you.
Very lucrative. Multi-million-dollar business.
So again, the judge is taking plenty of time before deciding where to place this American couple.
And where would you place them, Sandy?
Well, I'm biased, but probably just underneath Danielle and Stephen.
Yes, it's probably around about at that position, but I think they'll probably come in just under maybe Schwarz and Müller, who I think had a fabulous skate tonight. Still awaiting the marks. I think the judges are having a very tough time of it tonight.
Everyone in Costa Mesa.
And here come the marks.
Hello.
The marks for Meno and Shen.
Well, that's interesting.
Technical merit 5.3, 4.9,
It does put them
5.1,
up just behind Jen and Zhao.
In between Schwarz and Müller.
5.1,
That's
and 5.1.
That's a legacy of the group that they skate in, and the recognition of the difficulty of the program in the artistic area.
5.4, 5.4, 5.4, and 5.4.
However, they're not going to improve on their fifth at Lillehammer, with two more pairs
on the ice,
in this group, and then, of course, the final four will be out.
Andre Bushkov.
Here's a pair who finished fifth in the short program. Marina Eltsova and Andrei Bushkov from Russia. Andrei missed a jump in the short program. We'll see what he can do this time in the free as they skate to Lord of the Dance.
Problem from Andre with the triple toe. And again, single axel. fantastic star lift with such an unusual position in the air. Jump sequence. Very interesting back inside death spiral, that one. Music made famous by Michael Flatley.
Eltsova and Andrei Bushkov. No problems there for Andrei with his skates. Had to withdraw in the Europeans when he broke a skate. It'll be interesting to see how that performance is judged.
Well, he did have two jump problems in his opening jump and also the double axel, and big departure in style for them to have used this sort of music and gone after this sort of choreography. I actually found it very entertaining.
I wonder if it'll be tough for him when he goes home to his wife and she's a coach. Might give him the rounds of the table.
Well, certainly if he's missed this couple of jumps, he might get it. But I think it's a fun program. Here's the triple toes. Lovely one for Marina, and not getting out in time for Andrei. And the throw triple toe, which was so neat, and a beautiful running edge. Yeah, I don't think that this program will probably get the artistic marks it deserves, but I quite enjoyed it. I think that they attempted to do something different, and they were very sharp in the choreography. For the former world champions, we'll see what the marks will be.
Won the short program at the Europeans, and at 28 years of age each, maybe this is the end of their Olympic careers. Both from St. Petersburg, really the home of skating. And here comes the scores now.
5-5
for Marina and Andrei.
5-5, 5-5,
And that places them above Shen and Zhao, also Meno and Shen.
Not in the technical merit marks, which is probably what you'd expect after the Chinese. And here come the artistic marks, which is
5-4, 5-6, 5-7,
which is what we've expected to see from this couple. They're not the marks that they used to receive a couple of years ago. They were up in the 5-8s and 5-9s, and probably the departure in style is the reason for it. I happen to like that particular performance.
That leaves them in first place. There are 5 pairs remaining to decide the gold medal. Now, this will be interesting because coming onto the ice now after a clean short program from France, Sarah Abitbol and Stefan Bernadis skating to Chariots of Fire. Gave us a very different short program with their ultra techno. Here they are in the free.
Split triple twist, small hitch on the landing. Going to try a throw triple axel. Oh, so close. triple toe, turn double toe. Good entry into the star, lateral. Throw triple loop. Another pair with very big throws. Overhead. It's a crowd pleaser. Combination spin.
Big finish for Sarah Abitbol and Stéphane Bernadis of France. 7th after the short program. And looking for a top 5 finish here tonight.
This team has been the first in the world to attempt the throw triple axel, and it was so close. That would have really broken all records for the throw jumps in the pairs, and I'm sure we'll get to see it very shortly. This is another team that I'd say are big in the tricks department, and their tricks are very good. And I think that there are small problems here and there with their unison, but I think the energy in their programs is excellent. I enjoy watching this team. Here comes the throw triple axel. The takeoff, 1, 2, 3.5, and nearly there and just fell off. She was happy to get that far with it too. What they call a hydrant, lift to the star, and the lateral. and the flip out.
They have had great success.
Big jump. This is big. Like the Chinese, huge throws.
Third in the European Championships this year. Third in Skate Canada last year. And fourth in the European Championships last year. So they're knocking on the door.
They're a team that have come up a long way in the 4 years since Lillehammer, and I think it's probably due to the strength and the speed. The height of their throws is quite extraordinary. Another girl, plenty of courage.
And they're obviously going to get a chance to improve on their position in the years to come, because Sarah is just 22, Stefan is 23. And the judges deciding just whether they should be above Eltsova and Bushkov.
Or below the Chinese pair.
Shen and Zhao, and that's what they have decided, below Shen and Zhao.
I don't think that that's a disappointing result. I think that they'll probably be very happy with that.
5-6, 5-4, 5-5, and 5-5.
It will be
Presentation.
the presentation marks that will keep them up there. Gee, very mixed result though. I think very undecided panel. It's only 3 teams they have to choose from.
That leaves them in second place at the moment, but of course still to come after the resurfacing and the break. The top 4. Who will take the gold? Will stay with us on 7, and we certainly hope you're enjoying the night. Hope you're enjoying this winter ride on the 7 Network. The warm-up is just about over here, so we're about to get into the final group, and this is it now, the race for the gold medal. And what a moment this is going to be. We've seen some fantastic performances so far tonight. In the background there you can see Elena Berezhnaya, but we now go out onto the ice with the German pair, and Germany riding on this couple, Mandy Wötzel and Ingo Steuer. And they will be skating to the music in memory.
Opening up with a side-by-side triple toe. Perfect. That could be it right there. Shuttle problems there. double axel. And a good landing. And the final back outside death spiral.
All class. Second after the short program, Mandy Wötzel and Inge Steuer. Disappointment at Lillehammer after having to withdraw through injury, but this is quite an emotional time for them. They've got through this. One small problem early on. How costly is it going to be, Belinda?
I think that may put them out of the gold medal. We'll have to see what the others do. But the thing that probably worries me about their gold medal contention is they didn't seem to carry the speed across the ice in the lifts that they usually do.
It's building to a wonderful climax. While they're waiting, you've got Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze coming out and warming up on the ice. Just a wonderful finish here at White Ring.
Yes, whilst they've made that one small mistake, here's the throw triple toe, and yes, she has two-footed that as well. And that was right in front of the judges, so that's difficult to conceal. But three other pairs got to come and do better.
Exactly right. Yes, at the moment it is Shen and Zhao who lead.
I think for this team it's been difficult with withdrawing from both their German nationals and also Europeans, and probably the road to Nagano was a little tougher than any of us knew.
5-6, 5-7.
Well, they are now our leaders.
5-6.
For how long remains to be seen.
5-6 and 5-7.
There are three pairs left.
Presentation. 5-8, 5-8.
Great presentation, varying from 5-7 from the Polish judge
5-8, 5-8
to 5-9 from the German, and you wouldn't be surprised at that. Well done to Mandy and Ingo. And now the moment of truth for this young lady who's hoping to complete an extraordinary comeback to the support. Elena Berezhnaya and her partner, Anton Sikharulidze. Skating to the Hollywood Bowl Symphony Orchestra's Dark Eyes.
Double axles. So smooth. Side spins. Lateral star.
Oh!
Oh, can you believe it? Oh.
Wow. Is it going to cost them gold? A sensational performance. Oh.
Well, what a call. What a tragic end to a beautiful, beautiful program. I don't think they can believe it. I can't.
They can't. She can't. And this was supposed to cap off an outstanding comeback. They said she'd never skate again. And here she is, vying for the gold medal, overcoming a tragic accident. Now she's back.
I think they're gold medalists with the crowd, Sandy.
No question of that.
The lifts moved across the ice so smoothly. They were terrific. This is the opening problem, this delayed lateral split triple twist. It just didn't make the rotation. He did well to save her. And the throw triple loop. Did she 2-foot this? Another big one. Not really.
No,
just
no.
caught her other foot.
Well, the pressure of sport at its highest level, the Olympic Games. Mandy Wötzel and Ingo Steuer have finished. They can only sit and wait now. It's out of their hands.
It's a big drama at this point.
And I think it's all becoming a little too much for Elena.
Yes, it's, well, at that point, until the end, I would have thought that they had it over Mandy and Ingo. Now I'm not so sure. Their lifts definitely travelled better, and the program, I thought, was superior. But that mistake right at the end will have to be so costly.
The marks for Berezhnaya and Chestnikh.
No, they're ahead of them. They've got ahead of them.
5-7, 5-5.
They are our leaders. They are assured of a medal.
5-7, 5-7.
Whether it's going to be gold, silver or bronze will be determined in the next 10 minutes.
Presentation.
Look at these marks for presentation.
Well, yes.
From 5.6 by the Australian to 5.9.
It is a superb program, and the feeling they bring to it is exquisite.
So Yelena Berezhnaya and Anton Sikharulidze are our leaders.
On the ice, representing
But now,
the USA,
on the ice,
Kyoko Ina and Jason Dungjen.
representing America, Kyoto Ina and Jason Dungjen. The national champions are now chasing a gold medal.
Throw triple sow. Triple toe. Fabulous split triple twist. Into throw triple loop. Yes. Double from Jason.
medal for Kyoto Ina. She was born in Japan and coming back to skate for gold in the host country. Is it good enough, Belinda?
I don't think so. I think that there was too many mistakes. I think that the pressure's really on all of these pairs because they all know that there was a chance of a gold medal, all four of them. And the small mistakes are costly. There was a problem for Jason's triple toe, and also he did a single axel. And each one of the pairs are just showing these couple of minor mistakes, and the judge is going to have to decide which ones are more costly than the others.
Olympic
Here we
medal
see
pressure.
Yeah, this is the split triple twist. 1, 2, 3. The strength of this pair as they come off the landing of that directly into the throw triple loop. Huge opening. Huge opening. And this is where you'll see Jason, yes, only does the... Oh, it was Kyoko does the single axel. Jason did the double. And that will cost. I think that their biggest problem will probably be the side-by-side spins.
So the situation at the moment, Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze are first, Wötzel and Steuer second. And in fact,
The marks for Ina and Dungjen.
Ina and Dungjen are going to be placed in third spot at the moment. So they are now in danger of missing out on a medal.
5-7, 5-5.
It'll take the last pair to skate tonight.
Well, this is incredible, isn't it? It has come down to the last pair as we thought it would. And what a moment for Tamara Mosvina. She could find herself with the gold medalist and the silver medalist. At the moment, she has Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze leading.
Thank you.
But still to come onto the ice. And what a moment this is for Artur Dmitriev. He already has one gold medal. He has one silver medal. And now he has a chance to add to that. Dmitriev and Oksana Kazakova come onto the ice here at White Ring. There's no doubt they're a crowd favourite as well. They will now skate for the gold medal.
Again, the triple toes. The challenge is on again. And the double axel. No mistake. Throw triple sow. Open the door. incredible flexibility and balance.
Well, the crowd think that is a gold medal performance, and they may be right. What a performance by Oksana Kazakova and Artur Dmitriev.
I think that that's a gold medal performance too. I think that there was
a standing ovation. A standing ovation.
Again for Artur, a standing ovation. The performer.
Gold in Albertville, silver in Lillehammer. Now with a new partner, Oksana, a chance to strike gold again.
Superbly choreographed routine and wonderfully performed. Here's the throw triple toe. Running edge, and Artur knew that that was in the bag. This was their final lift. The star in the lateral position. I thought that this was going, this lift, but it was just such a wonderful exit. The pace and the speed of the program kept building right to the very end. Although I must say, I just sat on my seat right till the very end to make sure there was no mistakes.
And now Tamara has switched camps. Here she is with her other pair, Tamara Moskvina. What a wonderful person she is too. And I think she senses that they have won the gold. She's looking very, very happy, very relieved. I guess it's a special moment though for Oksana, isn't it? She hasn't experienced this before.
She hasn't even been to Olympic Games.
Well, they've got gold. They have won the gold medal.
What a story Artur Dmitriev is.
Amazing story. There is a man who was trained by the Kirov Ballet. You think of that, you think of Yurayov, Baryshnikov. And now, look at this, the perfect score of 6.0. From the Czech judge. Now that's interesting.
Thank you.
And you can't get any better than that.
Last performance of the night, first six of the figure skating at these Winter Olympic Games.
Gold to Russia, silver to Russia, bronze to Germany. What a moment. What a moment indeed. And I think actually you don't want to get too emotional though, as you can see Oksana is, but you've got to think of a couple, Katerina Gordeva, who is here tonight, and the late Sergei Grinkov, 88 and 94 gold medalists.
Yes.
And of course in 94 that was when it was a professional status, but they were just absolutely marvellous, and people and fellow skaters marvelled at their performances, didn't they? And I think really now you've got to start to look at Dmitriev, and say, well, here is one of the truly great performers.
Well, I think also, too, is an all-round great performer for the sport, and certainly in figure skating, I can't recall anybody who's taken medals in 3 Olympic Games, and certainly 2 of them gold and 1 of them silver over 3 Olympic Games. That is an awesome accomplishment, and he's done it in such style as he always has done.
So Elena Berezhnaya and Anton Sikharulidze have to be content with silver, but that too was a wonderful performance and a wonderful achievement, a wonderful story.
And heart-stopping right to the very finish.
So there it is. Kazakova and Dmitriev take gold, Berezhnaya and Sikharulidze take silver, Mandy Wötzel and Ingo Steuer take the bronze. It's been a marvellous night here at White Ring. We'll take a break, more shortly.